Hello! So, my name is Emma, and I was thinking to make a little story time about being a female motorbike rider and my story. How I started and yada yada yada. So, when I was 21, I moved to England and I started working in a restaurant, and I found a partner there, and this partner had a motorbike, and that was the first time I rode like in the back of a motorbike. I think it was a Triumph. I don't remember which motorbike it was, but it was a Triumph, definitely a Triumph. And I just remember me thinking, like, sitting in the back of the bike, like, if it's this amazing in the back, I can't imagine like riding the bike. And I was like, from then on I was like, okay, I need to get a motorbike license somewhere in the future. And then we also went to this festival they have in England. I don't know if they still have it, but it's called the Bulldog Bash, and it was really nice too. But then, after living in England for a year, I traveled to Guatemala and Mexico. So I put all my money there, and then I got back to Sweden. I broke up with my partner and moved back to Sweden. And I just loved travel so much. So I was like, okay, I need to get back on the road again because it was so much fun. So I worked in a restaurant, saving up money for a year, and then I went again by myself to Brazil, and I traveled up all along to Mexico again. And I was gone for 6 months, so all my money went there again. But I remember, like, always on my travels, I had my motorbike theory book with me, like, so on all these long bus trips and everything, because I went by myself. I was just always having that book and always reading it, and I was like, when I get back I'm going to get that driving license. And then I got back home and I started art school. So I didn't have that much money, but I worked in a restaurant on the weekends. So all my savings went for these motorbike lessons, which are so expensive in Sweden, you can't even imagine. It's ridiculous. So it was so much money that went through that, and I remember just struggling with that. But it was worth it, every penny. And then after a while I got my driving license, and it was the best feeling ever. But then I ended up art school and I decided to travel again. So I didn't buy a motorbike. I went traveling to India and Nepal for 6 months. But then, after that, I got back home to Sweden again. I moved to another city and I started working again. And then I bought my first motorbike, which was a Honda 750 CB from 2001. And I've had the same bike since now. Now I'm starting to consider to buy a new one, because it's been driving so many miles and she's a little bit tired by now, and I need a faster one. So and when I went here, I started working in in a shop that sells motorbike gear. And I remember, like, if we should talk about a little bit, like, being a female rider. And I remember standing at the counter, and my male co-worker was standing beside me, and people would not even ask me questions relating to motorbike stuff, because they just assumed I didn't know or I didn't ride. And I got the question so many times, like, do you even ride, or you probably don't know this, so I'm gonna ask this one. And because I was a girl, because I was a woman, and that was so annoying. And I remember also in the beginning riding motorbike, I remember always tucking in my hair, like my hair, I had long always had braids, long braids. So always while I was riding, I was tucking in my hair, and I didn't want to like to be seen because I felt I got so much kind of negative attention from riding a motorbike and being a girl. Could be a little bit in my head too, I don't know. Now I don't give a shit and I just ride and it doesn't matter. But then I was really bothered by it. And since then I have so many female friends who ride motorbike, and I've been to this festival called Petrolets, which is a festival for just female riders in Berlin in Germany. That was amazing. And in the future I'm planning to I want to take the racing course, and I want to buy a faster motorbike. And I really want to go to this festival called Isle of Man, where they drive really fast with motorbikes. And so I just want to encourage you, all females out there in the world, to just go for it, because maybe it's not for everybody, but for me it was just love at first sight. Just sitting on a motorbike makes me happy. Like literally I'm laughing underneath my helmet because I'm so happy. I really love it. And so just go for it. And there's a lot of women out there who's gonna support you. I'm gonna support you, and you're never gonna look back.